Good evening, everyone, all the way from Thailand. Many of you are reaching out because you're wanting to change your life. Not only do you want to change your life, you're wanting to transform it. And many people out there want to change, but the issue is they don't know how to change. What do I do? And for me, I wanted to make this video because I can completely relate. Where when you get into that space where you realize that the habits that I have, the life that I'm living, I can do better than this. I want to make the effort, but I need someone to guide me. I need someone to hold my hand. And if I have the proper steps, I'm willing to do the work, but help. So this is really who this video is for. It's kind of challenging, or one of the challenges of making these kind of videos is because everyone's at different phases of their lives. But I wanted to just give you 4 simple steps that you can incorporate into your situation now if you are wanting to make that change. Again, if these tips are helpful for you, use them. If they're not helpful for you, it's okay as well. But let's get right into it. But these are 4 things that you can look into to start to shift your life for this new year. Journaling. The first step of change, I would say, is to see clearly and accurately first. Take out a piece of paper, take out a journal, and take time to contemplate, reflect on your life. Imagine we're shrinking you down to size. We're putting you under a microscope. And you look at yourself and identify what areas of your life, what specific issues is not working. What specific issues can we improve on? Some of the things that you can explore is how are your habits? Are they effective or are they not effective? How's your sleep pattern? How's your eating? How's your thinking? Are you a negative person? Do you typically live and get stuck in the past? Are you the type that is so worried and anxious and fearful about the future? Are you critical of others? Wherever you are in your life now, it is okay. That's just where you are. But I would say the very first step is just make a running, ongoing list to see yourself accurately. Key part is no judgment, no criticizing, no beating yourself up, because 1, it doesn't help you, and 2, it's getting in the way for you to see yourself clearly. Let's identify all the issues first. We're not even worrying about the solution yet, but again, take time. 1 day, a few days, a week, whatever it is that you need. And now let's look at where you are in your life currently. So start with this first step. Take out the piece of paper and identify what are the issues. Assemble your team. So once you have been able to identify some of the issues that we need to improve in your lives, we need to find answers, solutions to these issues. And how do we get them? Well, we need to find teachers. We need to find people that have answers to these issues. They can be coaches, they can be mentors, they can be therapists, they can be friends, they can be peers, but many different ways. Not only can they be people, but they can also be resources such as books, such as podcasts, such as videos, but finding different ways to get these solutions and techniques to solving these issues. 4 categories that you will want to look at to find people that can help to support these areas. Find a coach and peers to help you with your physical health. Find coaches and peers and resources for your intellectual health. The 3rd one is for your emotional health. And then the 4th category is for your spiritual health. And start where you can. I already know what many of you are going to say is, Venerable Nick, I don't have access to a spiritual coach. I don't have access to guidance. Well, for myself, when I started on this path, I didn't have that either. But start somewhere. Get a book. Google. Find resources. Find community. And there's going to be different levels. But for me, what I find is start to assemble your team in whatever capacity you can. Start doing the work, and then what you'll find is it will lead to the next. These resources is a stepping stone for you to find that peer, for you to find that next community, for you to find that next book. But I just find that when you're doing this work and you take the step, put it into action, the activities will come, the events will come, the resources and the answers that you were looking for. Surprisingly, here it is. And this is just how it works. But take time to research your team, assemble them, get a bookshelf, get a playlist, whatever you need to do. But take time and do step number 2. Again, assemble your team. Create a daily schedule. So the next part is to take a guess, make a hypothesis. Knowing what you know about your life, knowing what you know about your challenges and struggles, your habits and your pattern and your nature, what you like, what you don't like, make a guess and put it on a sheet of paper. In these 4 different categories, the things that you need to fix, implement it into a schedule from morning to night. When we're waking up, where in this 7-day schedule can you put some physical activity? Where in this schedule can you learn something new? Where in this schedule can you develop your spiritual aspect of yourself? That's the meditation. That's the being by yourself. That's the contemplating, the reflecting, having some alone, me time. Yeah, that's all part of your spiritual health, and then also your emotional health. But once you get this, then do your best. Put everything on the schedule, print it out just for 7 days, and try to do it. The key part for this is that it's adjustable. What we're trying to do is to develop a lifestyle, meaning this is a long-term process. The mistake that so many people make is they feel like they're locked in. I make this schedule, and now I put in an hour that I have to meditate. You don't meet it, now you're stuck and you give up. But no, be careful of that. And instead have this positive attitude of I'm learning, I'm growing, I want to change, and this is adaptable. Test it out for a few days, then if it doesn't work, scale it down. Maybe the time frame is too long. Maybe where you put it in the schedule, early in the morning, nope, doesn't work. You don't have enough focus. Maybe it's more effective in the evening time. Maybe this goes here, that goes there. Hello, welcome. This is the journey. This is the process, and keep adapting, keep adjusting. But where we need to start is start somewhere. Make a daily schedule and follow it for at least 7 days, and we can continue to upgrade it. Do the work and feel proud of yourself. This is an area that so many people neglect. But no matter what the results are from the things that you're doing and taking steps to change your life, feel proud and celebrate, because today you took time to invest in you. You took time to not betray yourself. You took time to get to know you. You took time to fight for you. Every single action that you do whether big or small, is movement. And the hardest part to changing our lives, when we feel stale, when we feel a bit stuck and nothing is moving, is momentum. Momentum. Your life is like a tire, a wheel, and the hardest part in the beginning is getting this to move forward. And every single time you take a step forward, you're pushing. You're pushing this momentum, and this part is the most challenging. If you do this over and over and over, then now the wheel starts to turn. The movement starts to come into your life, and again, everything will start to flow step by step. And when we're doing our work in the beginning, you're gonna ask me, or you're gonna mention to me, Venerable Nick, I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. And my answer to you, I hope you can hear this for yourself, is good. Good. Now go to bed, close your eyes, take a breath, and feel so good and so proud of yourself, because you're taking responsibility and you're putting in the effort to change your life for the better. So there you have it. These are the 4 tips that can be helpful for you as you're going about changing your life and making a transformation. To review, it's to journal. 2, it's to assemble your team. 3 is to make a daily schedule. And the 4th one is to feel proud of yourself. Before we conclude, I want to give you 2 side notes that are quite important. The first one, if you are doing your work and making these changes, it can be overlooked, but it's quite important. But it's, you don't need to announce it to the world. And so many people make this mistake. But change in itself, it's so challenging. It takes up so much energy. And imagine in your bucket of change, the amount you have is at 100%. By announcing it, telling it to the world, this is the detail and that is the detail, I'm gonna do this and this is why. By doing that, I get it, one aspect can be good, so you'll know yourself. But I just find that many times when we make it so public, we put so much energy out there, that 100% that you start with, now it's at 56%. And the energy that is needed for that actual change, it's depleted. So I would say to be mindful, to be careful, look at your situation, and maybe for this case, it might not be necessary to share everything all the time with everyone. So take that time to protect your energy, because we need it. The second side note is also, when we're changing, it's going to be normal for you to go outside. Not outside of the house, but outside for validation. We're seeking for validation, for praise. And when we're on this journey, it can feel alone. It can feel isolating. We might need extra motivation, and a bit of it can be helpful. But also, one reminder I wanted to share with you that you can start to develop is, my friends, it might be challenging and it might be new for you, but take time to validate yourself. Take time to close your eyes, get still, come back to yourself and see, what did I just do? How much effort did I put into me? The last tip that I shared with you, to feel proud. If you've never done it before, no problem, and we can start now, but seek seek different strategies, experiment and test with yourself of how can you validate yourself and this journey. Because validation and praise, it can be good, but what happens when it's not there? And I don't want you to get too reliant on it, where you use it as a crutch, and when it's not there, then you can't motivate yourself. But these are just some reminders where if you want it to go long term, you want your change to be sustainable and pure, go inside, dig deep, understand why you're doing this, and keep going. But as always, I hope this is helpful. There are many people out there, not just you by yourself, trying to make these changes. We have a community. We have many people around the world constantly trying to change and improve themselves. If you're one of those people, my hat is off to you. I'm congratulating you and wanted to encourage you the best way I know how. But keep going. I wanted to send you my blessings, and again, I hope this is helpful. Keep us updated on your progress. Satu, take care.